battle playing out in the hills of North Dakota is pitting hundreds of Native American tribes against Pipeline Progress. The Dakota Access Pipeline, over 1,100 miles long, runs through 4 states from North Dakota to Illinois. Although 60% complete, this part of the pipeline south of Bismarck is what is at issue. The pipeline's being installed under the Missouri River. It's a main source of water for the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. Now, the federal government has temporarily put the project on hold as thousands of people are descending on the region to show their support for the tribes. Matter of Fact correspondent Jessica Gomez has our story.
Though quieter now than in recent days, they're still arriving, sometimes entire families, setting up their tents and rolling up their sleeves to help.
This called me. I had to be here.
Alyssa Geroni, her husband, and 3 kids filled their RV with donated supplies and drove all the way from Asheville, North Carolina. She says school, soccer, and gymnastics can wait.
I mean, there's really no more important place to be right now.
The York family of 5 also drove a long way from Portland, Oregon.
This notion that it's okay for some people to suffer so we can have everything we want, we really need to confront that.
The Yorks are Cherokee Indian, one of hundreds of Native American tribes that are now represented at the camp, here to stand with Standing Rock.
There are upwards to 300 different tribes represented here, and that's the first time that has ever happened in history.
Criminals! You guys are criminals!
Many say they were inspired to come after watching the protests, mostly on social media, as Dakota Access Pipeline crews began work.
We're caretakers of the earth.
Once burial grounds and ceremonial sites, Standing Rock considers this sacred land, even though it's no longer theirs.
I came to pray for the ancestors and to ask their forgiveness.
The tribe is also worried about plans to lay the pipeline 90 feet under the Missouri River, their main source of drinking water for generations.
If this pipeline is built and it breaks, and it will break, may not be tomorrow, maybe 20 years from now, we've estimated it'll take about 10 minutes to get to our first water intake.
Energy Transfer Partners denied Matter of Fact's request for an interview, but said concerns over the pipeline's impact on the local water supply are unfounded.
In a recent statement, the company's CEO, Kelsey Warren, wrote, "Multiple pipelines, railways, and highways cross the Missouri River today, carrying hundreds of thousands of barrels of oil. Dakota Access was designed with tremendous safety factors and redundancies, including compliance with and exceeding all safety and environmental regulations." The energy company also says it's played by the rules, getting the necessary permits from state and federal governments and permission from private landowners. They contend the pipeline in question is adjacent to an existing natural gas pipeline installed in the 80s.
Our history's right here. You know, our ancestors lived here. You know, and this is where we came from. You know, this is where we settled.
Native Americans, Indian tribes, we've given enough.
A history lesson being taught in the camp's makeshift school for kids passing through.
I want the young ones to know what the world looks like through the eyes of the ancestors.
Education, Alyssa Geroni says her kids would have never gotten back home in North Carolina.
I think the benefit is for them to grow up knowing that this is just something we do. We protect our planet. It's not radical. It's something that we just do.
And it's something those here say they'll continue to do, even with a cold North Dakota winter right around the corner.
No, we can't leave. Something special is going on here. I think these oil companies are very arrogant, thinking that they're going to have their way.
We've been here longer than you have. We've endured genocide for 500 years. We're still here. We are going to continue this camp as long as it takes, and we will be here after you're gone as well, too.
For Matter of Fact, I'm Jessica Gomez.
Thank you, Jessica. We're going to follow this story as it continues. First, though, we want to turn to North Dakota Congressman Kevin Cramer to take a look at the impact of halting the project. Nice to have you with us.
Nice to be with you. Thank you.
Is the permitting process flawed? I mean, should there be another way to do it so you don't end up in this stalemate where you are?
Yeah, no, that's a great point, and I think that's a relevant discussion prospectively. I think the problem becomes now where it's become retroactive, and the administration has come in and pulled the permit and said, we're going to review our processes, and maybe we have to do this again a different way. That's not fair to the investors. It's not fair to the company. It's not fair to the workers. But prospectively, I think that's a relevant question. I do think that the government-to-government consultation process is really what's at debate. While the tribe didn't participate in a lot of the consultation, didn't come to all of the hearings, they did come to several. I do think that there's a reasonable discussion about should there be a higher level discussion rather than just the regular mundane process of an environmental assessment.
Especially
or the
when
permitting.
drinking water is really the issue, maybe that's at stake. Who bears the costs? What are the costs right now?
Well, the costs of the delay will be borne largely by, of course, the pipeline company. There's a very big issue regarding the cost of law enforcement because North Dakota is going several $1 million into extra pay for law enforcement. The federal government has not provided much, if any, support there, even though it's a federal issue on federal land. So we're trying to work out some of that here in Washington in hopes that we can provide some relief for the state and the county. But, hopefully through the negotiation, Soledad, at the end of it, all of that will be worked out as well.